Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. So if you new here, myself Puja and you watching me on UPSC with Puja. So since last few weeks or you can say few days, many of you have requested me or asked me in the comment sections to make a beginner strategy for the UPSC CSE 2022. I have already made a separate video that how you can start as a beginner. If you have not go through that video, you can go and check it out. In that video I have totally generalized give a guidance video, or you can see a total strategy video as a generalized way, not in a particular subject wise approach or anything else. But yes, in this video I will share each and every month target which you have to follow in the from the September this month and till the September 2022. So if you need this video or if you have asked this topic, then this video is definitely helpful for all of you. And if you feel that this content is helpful, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started in the video. The first in the September month. So if I am assuming that you are starting from the 15th of September, then you have almost 15 days in your hand. The first and foremost thing which you have to start from, like you have to know the syllabus properly and you have to memorize the each and every term of the syllabus, because it is very much important. I have emphasized so many times in my each and every video that you have to memorize each and every word of the syllabus of the prelims, mains and also the interview first. Then you have to go for the previous year questions. First you have to know the prelims and the main syllabus, then you have to check the previous year questions of UPSC prelims and mains both, like at least 10 years for the prelims and at least last 5 to 6 years for the mains, like how much subject are there, which type of questions are there. First, if you don't if you neglect the previous year questions, then you have started your preparations with the standard books or NCERT. You are not able to concentrate, or you are not able to understand that which type of questions are asking in the prelims, which type of questions are asking in the mains. First, you have to know these things, that these type of questions are asked in the exam. So I have to focus on these material, or you can say these factual details or these conceptual details. First you have to know the questions, then you can concentrate on those area, because almost each and every standard books have 800 to 1000 pages, or you can say 700 to 500 pages. But not each and every pages are important, not each and every lines are important, not each and every chapters are important. There are very selective chapters are very important, few pages are very important, few lines are very important. So these things you can only understand after taking the previous year questions. In the first or if you are a beginner, you are not able to solve the questions. I am not asking you to solve the questions, I am just telling you to check the questions of the prelims and the mains, because without checking the questions of prelims and mains, you are not able to understand that which type of area you have to focus on, right? So first you have to go for the syllabus, then you have to go for the previous year questions of UPSC prelims and mains. So these things almost take at least 1 week, at least minimum at least takes 1 week to check all these things. Then you have 1 week in your hand. On that 1 week, you have to make your shortlisted book list, that which books you need first, because there are a lot of books available in the market, and there are a lot of books which referred by the toppers, but you have to select only one book for one subject, because I have done these mistakes in my beginning part, you can say, because I am preparing since last 3 years. So when I was start my preparations in 2018, so that time I was totally in wrong direction, and I was reading 3 to 4 books for one subject. Like for history, I have studied a Bengali version book, as my mother tongue was is Bengali, for the WBCS one. Then I have gone for the 6 to 12th NCERT, which is not necessary for the actual history portions. Then I have gone for go through the you can say old NCERT of history, like R.S. Sharma, Satish Chandra, Bipan Chandra. Then I have gone through you can say Poonam Dalal Dahiya for the ancient medieval, and Spectrum for the modern India, Bipan Chandra, India struggle, freedom struggle for the modern India. So I have read a lot of books in my beginning stage, you can say, but those books are not, you can say, yes, they have given me some extra 5 to 10% of information, but the 80% information, or you can say 80 to 85% informations which are needed for your actual exam, which are asked in the prelims, already covered in the Poonam Dalal Dahiya ancient and medieval history book and Raji Bahir Spectrum modern history book. So after reading all these books, which I can summarize that all these books contain the same information, but their writing style, or you can say their way of writing is something different. Otherwise, the information, or you can say content, is almost same. So if you gone through only one standard books, that is more than sufficient. That will cover at least 80 to 85% of your actual prelims and mains question. So don't go here and there, just stick to one sources, because if you have start your preparation from September or October, then you have only 1 year in your hand, and that is, this time is not so much a long time, or you can say it is not sufficient, or it is not so much what can I say, ये थोड़ा कम भी नहीं है, थोड़ा ज्यादा भी नहीं है. So you have to focus on this time, like you have to give yourself that you can give the time to, totally for one source and one books for one subject. Like for polity, Lakshmikant is more than sufficient. For modern history, Raji Bahir is more than sufficient. Ancient medieval, Poonam Dalal Daya is more than sufficient. Or if you want to go for the 11th and 12th Tamil Nadu book, Tamil Nadu textbook, that is also a good source. But source, you have to stick only one source. If you go for the Tamil Nadu one, then skip the Poonam Dalal Daya. As I personally read the Poonam Dalal Daya, that's why I am recommending this book. Otherwise, you can skip this one. For the environment, Shankar IAS environment. For economy, it is totally up to you. I am personally following Sriram IAS economy book. That is a good source, you can say, or you can follow any other booklets which are available in the market. These are the sources for these are the basic source, or you can say these are the basic core subjects which you have to refer first. These sources are, or you can say these syllabus, these subjects are already covered in the prelims and also in the mains. So if you cover this subject first, then automatically your 80% to 70% of your prelim syllabus of the static prelim syllabus will be covered, and obviously in the mains that will also help you, like for modern history, polity, then environment, economy, science and technology. But for the science and technology, I will highly recommend you don't go for the static book, because you have less time in your hand, and if you start to read the static book, and UPSC is not asking any static type questions from the science and technology portions, so they are more focused on the current affairs. So please try to cover current affairs thoroughly from the Vision Monthly or Vision PT 365. Now come to the current affairs questions. If you ask me, ma'am, where should I start current affairs from the Vision IAS Monthly or PT 365 at the end of the prelims or at the end of the year? So at this moment, if you start monthly, that will give you a hectic schedule, because you have not studied current affairs since last May, because at least 1 year current affairs is very much needed. So if you have to start current affairs from the May 2021, if you start read those current affairs at this moment, then it will take a lot of time. And it is totally my personal opinion, and I believe that I have faced all these problems in my beginning stage. That's why I'm sharing that if you start reading current affairs at the first stage, that will give you a burden, because without understanding the background, without understanding the static subject, you cannot relate those things, na? Because current affairs is nothing but the static feature in the news. Those statics which are in the news, those are called current affairs, right? So first you have to understand the polity background, or you can say polity static portions from the Lakshmikant, Sriram IAS economy for the economy one, environment, Shankar IAS environment for the static one. Then you can go for the geography. For the geography, NCERT is more than enough. 11th and 12th, 4 NCERT, Atlas and GC Leong, only first 4 chapters. Number 1 to 4 chapters is important. Rest of the GC Leong you can skip for the prelims. So these are the sources for geography. Here I am also covering the sources, because so that you can get a compact video. You don't have to search here and there. So these are the sources for the prelims. And for the current affairs, I will highly recommend you try to cover subject wise, not the whole booklet, because in the whole booklet there you will get lot of topic like art and culture, social issue, international relations, security, defense, all these things, ethics, all these things you will get in the current affairs booklet. But in the prelims, more questions are asking from the polity current affairs, economy current affairs, environment current affairs, science and technology current affairs, agriculture related current affairs. These are the 5 important areas which questions are asking in the prelims related to current affairs, because almost in the prelims 20% questions are come from the polity, 20% questions come from the economy, 20% from the environment, 10% from the geography, 10% from the modern history, and 10% from the science and technology. So almost 90% here you can cover, and 90% are and 10% questions are from ancient, medieval and art and culture. So when I am dividing this subject like this, so here you can see that I have told you that from the polity 20 questions. That means current affairs plus static both. So don't think that 20 questions will come from the Lakshmikant. No, at least 10 questions will come from the Lakshmikant, or 12 questions will come from the Lakshmikant, and others will be from the polity current affairs related, economy current affairs related, right? So go for the subject wise approach, not the booklet wise or book wise, because I have start my preparations with the book wise subject, or you can say booklet wise approach, but that didn't help me so much. It gives me a, you can say, hectic schedule and burden on my head. So that's why after shifting the approach, I got some, you can say, satisfaction, or you can say confidence that I have completed polity static and current affairs totally. I have completed economy static and current affairs totally. After completing one subject, you will get some confidence, and which help you to complete the next subject, that yes, I have completed this subject 100%ly, now I can shift to the another subject, because which I feel that if you can complete one subject, that will give you a very self confidence, and that will help you to in your further upcoming preparations. So these are the totally my opinion, or you can say my strategy, but it depends on the person to person which suits you better, you know, better than me. So that's why I'm highly recommending you first understand which type of people you are, which are your comfort zone, which are your weakness, which are your strength, because it depends on person to person. I skip art and culture, ancient, medieval, modern history, this type of subject in the prelims 2020, because I feel that the question number of questions are asking in the prelims is very less, and I have to refer 3 standard books for 20 questions. But if I complete Lakshmikant and current affairs, if I complete Shankar IAS and current affairs, Sriram IAS and current affairs, science and technology, I have to cover only one standard source, and with the current affairs I will get the same number of questions. So here the input and the output ratio is very matters. So I will highly recommend you try to find out your weakness, try to find out your strength, then you can go further. So these are the strategy you have to follow. And first, one strategy, one approach I want to share here. First, what approach you have to follow, that first you have to start with the basic NCERTs. Like not each and every NCERTs are important. Like for the economy, I will highly recommend you first start with the macroeconomic NCERT. This is very much important. Without reading, if you are not from economic background, then definitely you will face problem while reading the economy. So first I will highly recommend you start with the macroeconomic NCERT, then go for the standard any economic book. Or if you feel that no, you don't have enough time in your hand, then you can go totally directly go for the current affairs macroeconomic NCERT, and then go for the budget and economic survey, which will publish in the February month in the upcoming years. So macroeconomic NCERT, budget and economic survey with the last 1 year current affairs of economy. So if you can cover these 4 areas like macroeconomic NCERT, budget, economic survey summary, and also the last 1 year current affairs, this is also sufficient to cover the economic questions. If you don't get time enough time in your hand to cover this Sriram IAS economy book, at least try to cover 3 to 4 chapters like fiscal policy, monetary policy, टैक्स रिलेटेड जो टर्म्स है ना टैक्स रिलेटेड, उसको भी कवर करना. तो these things are very important to cover static questions for the prelims, because without understanding the fiscal policy or monetary policy, what is SLR, what is CRR, so you cannot focus on the current affairs. So these are the basic core area which national accounting, GDP, GNP, these type of static portions you have to cover. Like 4 to 5 chapters you can cover from the static book, then you can directly go for the current affairs one. Like for the agriculture, infrastructure, railway, communication, transport, project, industry, these type of questions directly asked from the last 1 year current affairs, not from the static one. So you can skip these chapters from the static book and directly go for the last 1 year PT 365 current affairs, which are in the economy sections or agriculture sections, or you can say infrastructure sections. So first you have to cover these things. Now come to the year wise and first which I was telling, that approach. First you have to cover the static one, then you have to go for the current affairs one, then you have to solve the previous year questions paper, then you have to solve the mock test of that particular subject, which that will give you a 100% confidence that I have completed all these sources. first you have to complete these standard books, then you have to complete the current affairs of last 1 year, or you can say not, if you get that last 1 year current affairs, which is very good, but if you don't get time to complete the last 1 year, at least try to cover last 7 to 8 months or 6 months, at least 6 months current affairs is very much important. Try to cover 1 year, but if you don't get time, then you can cover at least 1 year, like from October itself or September itself you can cover. And then what you have to do, first you have to solve the previous year questions of polity, then you have to solve the previous year questions of economy, subject wise approach, complete the static subject, then go for the previous year questions. Then only you can understand, or then only you will get the 100% coverage of that subject, that yes, these are the questions are asking and my study approach is different. Then you can understand that no, I have to focus more on these area. So I'm highly recommending you, and I'm in each and every video I always recommend every aspirant that you have to first solve the previous year questions, first check the previous year questions, then after reading that subject, solve the subject wise previous year questions. From the Disha publication book is available, subject wise approach are there, last 20 years questions are available. Like then come to the, then check the mains previous year questions. Don't go for the don't try to write those questions at this moment as you are a beginner. Try to at least check that which type of questions are asked from the polity, which type of questions are asked from the modern history, economy, environment. Just check those questions, which are type of questions are asked, and if prelims study will cover those area or not. You have to check these also, that if prelim study is suffice for the mains questions answer writing or not. So these are the things which you have to do, or these are the approaches. Then go for the prelims mock test one. After completing polity, give at least Vision IS 2 prelims polity mock test. After completing economy, give 2 to 3 economy mock test. After completing environment, this is totally my strategy, what I did in my 2020 attempt. I was always focused on the subject wise area, like first I have completed one subject, give the Vision IS that 2 to 3 mock tests which are available on their website. I have directly subscribed their test series in 2019 also, in 2020 also. So that first give the mock test, then see your marks and check your ranking with the other aspirants. That will also give you a confidence if you get a good rank. And if you don't get a good rank, don't get good marks, don't lose hope, because first, if you give your first mock test in the first or if you are a beginner, you will get only 50, 60 this kind of marks, or you can say 40 also in 200. Out of 200 you will get 40 to 60 or 70 this kind of marks. There are also this type of aspirant, or you can say there are a lot of toppers who have shared their marks, and in their first beginning they have got this type of marks. But over the period of time, over the period of preparation in the upcoming 1 year, they have gone through each and every syllabus, and before the prelims they got the 120, 130 in the actual prelims, or you can say in the mock test. So don't lose hope after seeing the prelims mock test marks. So these are the basic things which you have to follow for your prelims syllabus, prelims preparation, or you can say it is an integrated preparation, because I think if you now only focus on the prelims preparation, that won't help you in your mains. If you clear the prelims also, these only 3 months is not sufficient to clear the mains. And one thing here I want to tell you, that you have to do your optional paper preparation simultaneously, because if you have only few months in your hand, it is not so much you can say sufficient to cover each and every static subject, current affairs, optional paper, everything. So I will highly recommend you, from October you have to start your optional paper also. If you are from the scratch, or you can say if you are a totally beginner, if you have not started your preparation till now, then I will highly recommend you give at least 6 hours or 5 hours for the static one, and 4 hours for the current 4 hours for the you can say optional paper. For the GS subject 6 hours, and for the optional paper 4 hours. So 10 hours a day is very much important at this moment. If you are targeting your UPSC CSE 2022 and you have less amount of time in your hand, then definitely you have to cover your optional paper in October, November, December, January. At least in the January or February, you can say at least upcoming 5 months you have to cover at least one time reading or one time revision of your optional paper within the next 5 months. Give at least 4 hours a day every day. Then within this time period you can cover at least one time of your optional paper, or you can say 50% of your optional paper will be covered, and the rest of the optional paper revision, or you can say mock test giving, that will be covered after the prelims before the mains, right? So these are the sources here I have written down, and these are the approaches in the October. In the September month, what you have to do: syllabus, previous year questions, shortlisted book list, and make your plan for the upcoming 1 year. So here I am giving a generalistic video, but you know better what type of people you are, what type of person you are, what is your strength, what is your weakness. So according to your strength and according to your weakness, make your own strategy, make your own plan for the upcoming 1 year. In the October month, try to cover at least 50% of your polity and economy, because these two subjects are very important for the UPSC prelims, or you can say mains both. So at least cover 50% of your polity from the standard books. And no need to read current affairs at this moment, because at the beginning, if you start current affairs reading without understanding each and every term of the polity and economy, that will gone over your head. So don't do these mistakes here. Start current affairs from the November or December, at least from the first month or first 2 months. Try to cover the static subject. Then after completing one topic of static, complete those current affairs which are in the news. Like if you have completed fiscal policy of economy, then cover the fiscal policy related all the current affairs terms. If you completed parliament chapter from the polity, try to cover the parliament related current affairs in the upcoming month, right? That should be a good strategy, and that should be a, you can say, feasible strategy which will walk through. In the November, environment and geography, try to cover at least 50%. If you can cover 70 to 80%, that is also good, but if you cannot, at least try to cover 50%. And here I am telling you, first focus on the previous year questions, because after solving the previous year questions, that you will get to know that which chapter is important, which chapter is less important. So for that, you have to solve the previous year, or you have to check the previous year questions. You have to make a shortlisted, or you can say you have to like chapter wise, you have to make a schedule or column that this chapter is important, this chapter from this chapter questions, 10 questions have come, 20 questions have come, 40 questions have come. You have to make a schedule, or you have to make a column, right? So that should be a good strategy. Then environment and geography in the November, 50%. If you can try to cover current affairs, then go for the and with the environment, geography, polity, economy, you have to simultaneously continue your optional preparation at least 4 hours a day. In the December, polity, rest of the polity which you have left in the October, economy, rest of the economy which you have left. Try to cover 100% syllabus from the static and the current affairs point of view. And now in the December month, you have to cover the current affairs also. Those current affairs, like in the December, you will get the May, June, July, August, September, October, November, or you can say at least October. So 6 months polity related, 6 months current economy related. In the Vision monthly, print out those Vision monthly magazine, and from that monthly magazine, from the last 6 months, first cover the polity section, then cover the economy sections, because now you have completed your polity and the economy portion. So now you can solve, you can read the current affairs of polity economy. In the month of January, environment and geography totally completed. Now you can solve the environment and geography related all the current affairs since last 7 to 8 months, right? And simultaneously do the rest of the current affairs of polity and economy in the next upcoming months. Try to cover subject wise. In the March, answer writing practice and of the GS subject. With the in the February, I have skipped the February month. In the month of February, you can do the modern history and the art and culture. So you can art and culture do the selective reading, because very less number of questions are asked and very tough type of questions are asked. So if you cover Nitin Singhania book totally, that won't help you. Try to cover at least 10 to 10 chapters is very important, like art and architecture, painting, music, literature, language, literature, then philosophy. This type of you can say fairs and festivals, GI tags, recent GI tags from the current affairs, dance, music, painting. These type of 10 chapters are there, which are very important for the static one, and then relate with the current affairs. Try to cover the last after completing these 10 static subject. Try to cover the you can say last 6 months or 7 months or 8 months current affairs from the art and culture point of view. Those fairs and festivals in the news, those GI tags, those World Heritage Site in the news. So these type of things you have to refer. Then in the modern history, try to cover at least Rajibahi, not more than that. try to cover at least 3 to 4 times of Rajivahi revision, because it is a very small book and within 15 to 20 days it can be covered. In the March, answer writing practice and optional writing. So at least you have to give at least 1 month before your prelims for the answer writing of the GS and also the optional paper. At least 1 month, because after prelims you will get only 2.5 months, or you can say 3 months. That is not sufficient to practice all the answer writing. So I will highly recommend you give in the March totally dedicatedly for the answer writing, or you can say mains previous year question solving of that above subject, like polity, economy, environment, geography, science and technology, current affairs, modern history, art and culture. You have covered these subjects for the prelims. So now your focus should be more on these subjects, UPSC previous year questions related, right? So those questions are asked from the polity sections from the last 5 to 6 years questions. You have to solve them. Now in this 1 month, just focus on the previous year, not on the test series. Don't give test series for the mains at in this month, like in March. Try to focus on the previous year questions and try to understand that which type of questions are asked in the previous year questions, and you have to train your brain that yes, I have to focus on these area. In the April and May, because our prelims is on the 5th June, so you in these 2 months you have to dedicatedly give your exclusive prelims preparation, not only no mains preparation, no integrated preparation, no optional preparation, only exclusive preparation for the prelims, like revision of all these above subjects like polity, economy, history, geography, environment, science and technology, all these things, revision of last current affairs, last 1 year current affairs which you have already studied. And one thing I want to mention here, don't try to make notes in this short time period, because note making is a very lengthy process. It will take a lot of time. If you here I can tell you that you can do one thing, selective note making, like when you are reading, when you are solving any questions, if you feel difficulty on a particular topic, on a particular subject, particular chapter, you can make a short note from that chapter or from that topic, but don't try to make notes from each and every subject at this moment, because it is not feasible, it is not possible that in this short time period you can revise all these things and also make notes. That won't help you. And if you are preparing for 2023, definitely you can do these things, but if you are preparing for 2022, then I will highly recommend you, don't try to make notes at this moment. Try to revise and try to highlight in the book itself, and try to revise those highlighted portions each and every time, at least for the 5 to 6 times before your prelims. In the March and April, first you have to cover the static one, then you have to solve each and every previous year questions again, and you have to give 20 to 25 mock tests, at least 20 to 25 mock tests, and 10 full mock tests are there, and 10 subject wise mock tests are there. At least give 10 full mock tests, 10 subject wise mock tests. And in these 2 months, don't neglect CSAT paper. Give at least 5 CSAT mock tests, last previous year questions, like from 2013 to 2020, so or 21. So try to cover 8 to 6 years previous year questions of CSAT and the GS both. And with this, after giving CSAT mock test, after giving CSAT previous year questions paper, if you get at least 90 to 95 or 100 or above 100 marks, then okay, it's okay, fine. But if you are not getting good marks in the CSAT, try to give at least 1 hour daily, at least 1 hour daily for the practice of comprehension, for the practice of math and reasoning. So if after first solve the previous year, check your marks, then solve the mock test, check your marks. If your marks is good above 90, above 100, then it's okay, fine. But if your marks is under 50, 40, 60, 70, from the 40 to 70 or 8 or 75, then I will highly recommend you try to focus on your weakness, like which area you are lacking. First solve those area, first check on those area, and if you feel that no, my strength is this area, try to focus on that also, that from that area I will not do any mistake. As per, if you ask me, my strength area is comprehension. I always try to correct each and every questions of comprehension, because I know this is my strength. If I got one question wrong, that is my mistake. So always focus on your strength and try to recover your weakness also. So these are the strategy for your GS and the static one, or you can say GS or CSAT for the upcoming prelims of 2022 in the month of April and May, in the month of April and May, and in after prelims in June, August and September, you have to focus more totally on the main syllabus like ethics paper. Like here you can say world history, post independence India, social issue, governance, international relation, disaster management, security, ethics. So these are the syllabus which only mentioned in the main syllabus, not in the prelim syllabus. So totally you have to focus on this area first. In the upcoming, at least you have to give 15 days for these area, for this subject like world history, post independence India, social issue, governance, international relation, disaster management, security. So now I am telling you, world history, post independence India questions are very less in the actual prelims. You can say one or two, or you can say maximum 3 questions are there. So try to read selectively from any coaching material, don't try to read any standard books. Then I personally recommend Vision IS World History, Vision IS Post Independence India. For the social issue, governance, international relation, disaster management, security, for this topic, try to focus on the current affairs which are in the covered from the Vision Monthly Magazine or Vision Mains 365, because questions are you can say 80 to 90% questions are come from the current affairs in the mains. So for the prelims, static portion is very important, but for the mains, current affairs is very important. So first you have to focus on the current affairs, because if you seen the any toppers video, each and every topper will say you that 80% of your main syllabus will come from the current affairs, and it is very true. If you check the previous year questions, then you can know that almost 80% questions are come from the current affairs. Like static subject, those are in the news, they ask the questions like social issue, governance, international relation, disaster management, security. Try to cover these things from the Vision Monthly or Vision Mains 365. Then come to the ethics. For ethics, at least try to give dedicatedly for 15 days. If you have not go through the ethics before your prelims, try to cover at least dedicatedly give 15 days and try to solve as much as possible case studies, and try to revise and try to memorize each and every term which are mentioned in the ethics syllabus. Try to make your short notes on each and every topic, each and every term of the ethics syllabus. For subject wise approach for the mains, I have already made a separate playlist, subject wise note making. The name is subject wise note making, so you can check that playlist. There I have already covered each and every GS paper like GS 1, 2, 3, 4, how you have to approach, or you can say which type of books, how you should approach the ethics paper, how you should approach the GS paper 3. So there I have already covered. But yes, definitely if you have less time in your hand, try to cover more current affairs, not the static, because mains is almost based on the current affairs, and obviously the answer writing. In the upcoming, after the prelims, your focus should be, you have to give 10 to 12 hours a day, at least 10 hours a day for the mains. First you have to schedule your day that 3 hours for current affairs, 3 to 4 hours for current affairs, 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours for answer writing, 2 hours or 3 hours for optional paper, then 2 to 3 hours for new study which you have not studied before your prelims. So you have to schedule your day like 2 hours or 3 hours a day, like you have to make a 4 setup, like 3 3 3 to 12 hours or 3 3 2 2, like this you have to schedule your day, or you can say divide your day or divide your hours, right? So these are the strategy which you have to follow after your prelims. And at least for the mains, you have to give the mock test also, solve the previous year questions also. At least give 10 to 15 mock tests for the mains, at least. This is the minimum. If you can give 20, 25, 30, this is very good. But if you don't get time, at least give 10 to 15 mains mock test, at least give 5 subject wise or 10 subject wise and 5 full mock test, or at least 1 full mock test per 1 GS, like GS 1, GS 2, GS 3, GS 4 ethics paper, and obviously the essay paper. So at least give one Sunday one essay. At least try to write one essay for on each and every Sunday. After before your mains, at least you will write 15 to 20 essay within the 3 months. So these are the strategy, but these are the totally my opinion, my strategy. But yes, you can definitely modify it, you can change it according to your weakness, according to your strength, because strategy depends upon person to person. I am sharing only my experiences, my strategies, my opinions. So if you feel that this video is useful, then you can modify it, you can change it according to your weakness and strength. So in this video, I was just only trying to you can say consolidate each and everything, because I have already made this type of video before. If you have not go through them, you can go and check it out, the playlist. There you will get almost, and in my channel, on my channel, 206 or you can say 207 videos are available. So you can expect each and every topic I have covered already. But definitely, though many of you have asked me that, ma'am, make a beginner schedule for 2022, that's why I'm making this video. And in this video I have consolidated each and everything, like important chapters, previous year, book list, strategy, planning, everything. So I hope this video will helpful for all of you, those who are preparing for 22, or if you will prepare your UPSC for 2023 or 24, whatever the year it is. But if you are a beginner, I hope that this video will helpful for all of you. So if you feel that this video is helpful, try to give a like, comment and share with your peer groups. And if you are new in this channel, if you can subscribe to this channel, definitely it will give you us more content on this topic. And if you have any suggestions or any topic which you want to make me a video, try to put it down in the comment section. I will try to cover that in my next videos. So that's it for today. If you like this video, try to give it a like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.